Hello, watchers. It seems that I've grown tired of playing Amnesia for a long time. So now, I'm going to play Anno 2070. This is an amazing game that it's kind of like Civ, except it's really hard, especially late in the game. And so I'm going to just play and get you really excited so that you can go and find this game and learn how to play yourself, because I don't really want to explain it right now. So there's two factions. We have the Eden Initiative and the Global Trust. And so the Eden Initiative focuses on sustainable technology, and the Global Trust is maximum efficiency. And now there's pros and cons to each, but like I normally go with the Eden Initiative. They may progress slower, but it's easier to sustain the cities later in the game, because with the Global Trust you tend to run out of resources fairly quickly. So I'm gonna go with the Eden Initiative. Now this is a massively graphics intensive game, so this is probably going to be a massive file when I upload it, but let's hope it goes well. I'm going to pause the video until the loading's done. Okay, the loading is finished. It didn't take too long, so we're going to start the mission. And here we are. So, this is our dock here, the basic, the warehouse. Haven't played this game in a while. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with roads. Or start with a depot. That gives us more space to build, because we can only build in areas that we have influence over. So we just start off building things. Take a road, stretch it out. This is a nice basic post-apocalyptic game. And so I mean, it doesn't seem post-apocalyptic, it's just, look at the map. I mean, we're on a tiny island, and this takes place in the year 2070, and the basic theory is the polar ice caps have melted, the seas have risen, and all that's left are tiny islands. So now, we're trying to make the best of it. If I can get this mouse to work. So now, let's get some roads back here. And now we just place some houses for our people to live in. There's 4 basic classes of people in this game. You have workers, which are these guys, the eco-workers, and then there's employees, engineers, and executives. And then there's separate factions like techs, which are scientists, basically. And now Eve, the special AI on the Ark that we arrived in here, she's informed me that we can purchase a command ship from the Ark.
Command ship ready. Initiating control routines.
I'm gonna buy it.
Command ship ready to go.
And then the command ship just drives right out of the Ark, and then we can use it to do things. Now we take the ship It's called the onyx. You know what? I'm gonna change that because I can. We're gonna call it the rabbit squirrel. Just because, why the hell not? Oh, it didn't work. I misspelled squirrel. Like that. There we go. Now it's named right. Okay, the rabbit squirrel. That's our first ship. So we're just gonna bring it over here. And we've run out of building modules already, which is kind of bad. Because, well, we need production of these things. So we're just gonna... This is a basalt factory, and basalt is used to make building modules, which are used to make pretty much everything. So this is a pretty important stage of production here. We're just gonna click on this, and we're gonna start placing the actual farms, which are what causes, like, they're what actually collects basalt. And then the central unit refines it. So there's a lot of variables to keep track of in this game. A whole lot of different resources to keep track of. Logistics gets pretty challenging late game because you've got islands everywhere that you're colonizing, and you've got trade routes everywhere that could just break down at any moment. And you got to make sure you keep everything organized, because otherwise, yeah, it just turns into a massive clusterfuck. Now I've got 11 farms on this thing when it only requires 2, so it's running at 100% efficiency, and that's not gonna change. So now it needs to be connected to roads to the storage. So now we're going to take the roads again, just take it straight to the warehouse. Nice. And now we're going to take the basalt we make and make it into factories. See how it's got its own area of effect? If there are basalt factories within the area of effect, the vehicles here, they'll just take basalt directly from the factory to the refinery, which will smelt it into modules and take it to the warehouse. That's nice. So now we've got our modules flowing, and so now we're gonna need fish to satisfy the hunger of our people. So we're just gonna put one of these. We have insufficient building material, so we're gonna have to play the waiting game until we get a building module. Each unit is 1 ton, so we need a ton of building modules in order to build the fishery. And then we've got the tea plantations that we use to supply these people's needs of drink. And,
respect. Thanks to you, we're living the good life.
you don't have to satisfy the need for drink right away. But, I mean, you have to satisfy it eventually, otherwise they'll never advance to higher levels of living. They'll just be workers forever, and we don't want that. We want classy people. Not that they aren't classy, but, you know, they aren't classy. Okay, so that's a fishery. Now we connect it with roads to the warehouse. And now we have a supply of food. Now, might be a bit early, but we're going to start thinking about drinks for these people. And so, we're we're gonna need a lot of drinks and the tea fertility for this island. So if you look here, these are the fertilities of this island called Destiny. It's got tea, rice, and coffee, and then one other thing we can create with seeds. And also if you click this arrow, it gives you all the resources on the island. We've got 10 free sites of mining mineral resources, 29,000 and change tons of deposits, no oil fields, 90 tons of lobster populations, 6,000 tons of gold deposits. There's a lot of resources here. So we've got enough building modules to make the tea plantation now, so we're just gonna put the tea plantation somewhere where its area of effect is maximized. And we're short on energy, so we're gonna use a wind park here, and that will give us energy. And we now have a surplus of energy. That's good. We want surplus energy. So we're gonna take the tea farms. These are a bit harder to place. We should connect to the road first. And we place the arms here, like this. We're gonna put more than we need, just to be super safe. If something happens, this farm will be running no matter what, because it is stocked. Yeah, we got 2 overstocked farms, which is pretty redundant, but what are you gonna do? Now we've got tea flowing in, and we've got building modules coming in. It takes a while to produce the tea, but it'll come. Just wait, it'll come. You have to grow the tea first, and then you can actually harvest it. And then you have to grind it up and ship it, and it's got to drive here to this, where we have no tea. But that's gonna change, because this flying thing now, it looks like it's delivering tea. Yep, there's the tea. That's the cool thing. If these vehicles that just look like ambience, they actually do things. So that's it for the first episode. I hope you have a nice day, and like, favorite, and subscribe for more.